The 1989 University of Calgary Dinos men's volleyball team was one of the greatest in CIS history, and setter Kelly Grosky was right in the middle of it.
Well, Kelly Grosky was one of those larger-than-life kind of characters. You know, he did everything full out and did everything with such determination and drive. We all showed up at the university in 1985, a bunch of skinny 175-pound kids, and you know, a few of us would dabble in the working out. It wasn't a big deal back then, but coaches pushing us. You'd do what you had to. But Kelly just got in there and went crazy. You know, he finished the year looking like Schwarzenegger, put on 30 pounds. We were all 5 pounds heavier maybe. But all of a sudden he was this behemoth, and he just did everything full out that first year. I remember him pretty much consuming nothing but beer, pasta, and protein powder. You know, he embraced everything he did and just went crazy with being the best he could be and growing that big personality.
Grosky was a key member of the Dinos program in the late 1980s and early 1990s. A multiple-time Canada West All-Star, he was named an All-Canadian in 1992 while being named the Dinos Male Athlete of the Year. His crowning achievement, however, came 3 years earlier in 1989 when he led the team to a perfect season and a national championship in the Jack Simpson Gym. Grosky was named the tournament MVP.
88-89 was a really special year. We went undefeated. We were playing our first season in the Jack Simpson, the first of any season in the Jack Simpson, and we beat UCLA on our home court in the final of Dino Cup. We went 29-0 through the season against Canadian teams, and to have an undefeated season at home like that was truly special. And Kelly was just at the heart of it. You know, we felt we were blessed to have a 6'2" setter who was buff and strong and could pound the ball and at the same time distribute to the rest of us. He really ran the show, and it was just a pleasure. It was so much fun.
We were just playing so well that literally it was hard for them to get the ball past the net. And anytime they did, Kelly ran a very silky transition game, and the match was over so quickly. We just dismantled a team that was the previous year's best NCAA team. I always have a thing with the American teams and the fact that we could stack up, and that always felt good. And then, of course, playing at home when we won, doing the same thing in the final in front of lots of people and seeing Kelly get the MVP was great as well. But when I think back, I believe we played 57 matches that year and only lost one. And I don't think you do that unless you have a really good setter.
Kelly would go on to play professionally in Europe and was a member of the Canadian national team from 1989 to 1991. Returning to Calgary, Grosky became an involved alumnus in the Dinos program.
You know, Kelly was just committed to whatever it was, and if he made a commitment to be part of the alumni, he would do that as hard as he played and worked. So he became a big part of the alumni group. He was at every Nathan Benner golf tournament every year, out there leading the charge, and he was probably having more fun than anybody. And at the same time, he was rallying guys to come and be a part of it. He was a guy that would force others to come and put together a group to come and golf. He would talk guys into coming and being part of receptions and things like that. It was the way he was as a player, and then later in life it just stayed the same.
Sadly, Kelly Grosky passed away in November 2014, but his legacy and memory live on through his family, friends, and teammates.
Kelly was that kind of figure. He was very confident. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of a guy that played on the national team in the 80s named John Barrett. This was another guy that just was supremely confident, believed he was bigger and stronger and faster, and Kelly had that kind of quality as well, and it was nice to play with him.
You know, I think he would have loved it while he was alive, and it would have been a big night for him. And I think we'll have to celebrate hard for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, inducted posthumously into the University of Calgary Dinos Hall of Fame in the athlete category with the class of 2015, Kelly Grosky.